Hello and welcome back to the Reaper. So today we're going to test the J-11A. God, I've forgotten what it's called. Shenyang? What's it called, guys? I've forgotten.
Shenyang J-11.
Shenyang J-11, and it's a copy of what? Well, it's a version of what, Riddle?
The SU-27 Flanker B+.
The SU-27 Flanker B+. So they've added this
SU-27 SK.
Okay, we're not going to argue about it, chaps. So it's basically a Chinese version of the flanker, and the only difference, as far as I'm aware, and I'm sure I'll get scorned for being wrong, but is that it can carry Fox-3s. Is that the only difference we're aware of?
Yep, pretty much.
You know, kind of tactical difference. So it can. So in my mind, they've added this aircraft in to kind of level the playing field with the F-15s, because the F-15s own the high skies at the moment because of the missiles. At the end of the day, they've got long range Fox-3 AMRAAMs, and so I'm guessing this is a move to up the ability of the flanker to match the kind of Fox-3 ability of the F-15. So we're going to shoot some today, compare them to AMRAAMs, check the ranges, check the pitbull range and whatnot, and see what we make of them, I guess. I know the MiG-29 Sierra has had R-27s for a long time, but none of us really fly it because the MiG-29 still doesn't have a proper flight model, and none of us really want to fly a plane like that. So so stand by as we go in. So we're loading at the moment. What else can we say? Any interesting information?
It's the same thing essentially as an AIM-120.
Right.
Only, yeah.
So you fire it, and it navigates itself from the mothership's radar, i.e. my J-11's radar, up to a certain point, which is its pitbull point, at which point it disconnects from the radar of the mothership, turns its own radar on, which is one of the reasons why these missiles are so expensive, and then tracks on its own with its own intelligence to find the target. And this is good and bad because when a missile is no longer connected to the mothership, you can't terminate the missile, so it can be very dangerous. Friendly fire can happen with Fox-3s, but it's good because the mothership can then turn away and run away, and this missile can carry on and do its business. We've got a video about this, Fox-1s, Fox-2s and Fox-3s and the difference between them, so we won't go into the details of it, but that's the basics of it. Now my prediction, I've never tested these so I don't know, my prediction is that the AIM-120, especially the Charlie model, is going to have a longer range, and I get the feeling that the J-77, which is the Fox-3 fired by the J-11A, is going to have less range but more manoeuvrability. That seems to be the Russian way as opposed to the USAF way. Any other predictions?
Well, it has grid fins, and I'm reading the wiki right now.
What's the advantage over grid fins over normal fins?
It says each surface consists of a metal frame containing weight-like grid assembly, which combines a greater control area and thus lifting force with reduced weight and size.
Roger that. Okay, that makes sense. So it's got two grid fins at the back instead of four fins and rear fins like a normal missile. So we get the feeling it's going to have more manoeuvrability, but possibly less distance. If it's lighter, that should increase the distance. We'll just have to see. I don't think it's worth postulating anymore. Hello, welcome back. We're in game now, so we've just got Riddle versus Warren. What, in a second when we ask them to start, they're going to spawn in, one guy up here, one guy down here. Guys, you will be 60 miles away from each other, facing at each other at Angels 20 Imperial. For this test, we're going to test the maximum range of the missile compared to each other. So if each of you can charge towards each other at the same altitude as fast as you can, burners on bags off, you'll be roughly about the same speed. These planes are, within 50 knots, they're within the same speed, and as soon as you get your launch authority fire, which is essentially the max range of the weapon within a mile or so, take the shot. And when you take the shot, the main thing is not worrying about killing the guy, but it's noting the distance at which you took the shot, okay, and then we can measure that distance and compare them afterwards. So don't forget that distance. 3, 2, 1, spawn.
Oh god.
There will be lag. Suck it up, man. Suck it up. Okay, first look at the J-11A. It looks just like a flanker, but it's brown. Those R-77s look very small.
Confirm Angels 20?
Angels, yep, 2-0 Camry, just to keep it a scientific test.
Alright, Riddle's locked.
May I say that we might have to redo this because I started late.
Let me check. Let me check your speed, guys. Keep going for the time being. Keep going for the time being. The F-15's catching up with speed. Okay, the speeds are now pretty equal, so you're good to carry
Warren
on.
Fox-3.
Right, that was...
Oh my god, I am...
Remember that speed?
No.
That distance?
Mach
F-15
1.1-ish.
Riddle, Fox-3.
Right, okay, gentlemen. Were they... Warren, did you have your shoot cue on?
Yes, I did. I shot immediately as soon as I had my cue.
Riddle, did you have your cue on?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got that information now. For the F-15, it was 26 miles, you know, plus or minus 1 mile. I think I've got it relatively accurate. 26 miles. And for the J-11A, it was 22 miles. So there's a tiny difference there. I'm going to go and get my calculator and work out the difference now.
I got hit.
Can't beat the AMRAM, Riddle. You can't beat the AMRAMs. So for that first test, the guys are just messing about at the moment. For the first test, I calculated a difference of 15 to 16% in the range. It's a range increase of the AIM-120C. So the J-17s, sorry, the R-77s are 15 to 16% less range. Right, we're going to spawn in again, guys, just to do another test, just to make sure it's fair. It's going to be 3, 2, 1, in you go. Bags off, full power towards each other to simulate normal combat, and just fire as soon as you get your cue, and try and remember your distance, because it's...
I think that was actually bullshit. I dodged the AIM-120 and they just blew me up.
that would be lag. That would be DCS lag.
That's... crap.
Get used to it.
I know.
Right, concentrate, boys. Come on. Okay.
Still waiting to get a radar hit.
The F-15
Warren is in.
is going a lot faster, but that is normal. So I mean, it's these are the planes that will be fighting each other. So I think it's fair that the F-15 will be going faster.
Straight level, Angels.
Angels 20.
Angels 20. Yeah, as close as you can get to it, please. F-15 680 knots. Riddle 640 knots. F-15 700 knots. Riddle 670 knots. That F-15 just goes
Yeah, it does.
and doesn't slow down.
Why would it?
Range 35 miles. Come on, J-11A. Get your guns, get your speed. Jeez, the F-15's accelerating faster.
Fox-3.
3.
I've still got a few kilometers.
Jesus Christ. 28.
Riddle, Fox-3.
And that was 25. Yep, so it's about the same. So this time the F-15 was a little bit faster. It got 28 miles shot in, which is just fast. Really
No
fast.
evading, Riddle. No evading.
All right, man. We're going man on man this time.
Yeah, who told you we could fire more?
And that is about 15% something. So they're nearly the same range, to be honest. Tiny advantage of the AIM-120C. Somewhere between... I mean, if you wanted these two planes flying at the same speed, I reckon the AIM-120's got about a 10% increase. If you want them flying at their real speeds, then it's about a 15% increase in range. Well done, boys. Anything else you want to test on this R-77? I mean, to test the manoeuvrability of it, we need to do proper combat, which we'll do, you know, in our real matches over time. Anything else you can think you want to do?
I want to test its maneuverability.
Right, how are you going to do that?
How far off bore sight?
Turn fight.
Yeah,
But we're not really fighting. We're just gonna see who can, how do I say, who can do a full circle the fastest.
Roger. Well, we're not testing the jets, remember. We're just here to test the R-77 missile. So we'll want to put the J-11 on the F-15's ass if we're going to do a dogfight.
Okay.
And we want to see how much we can make that missile turn. But it's not very scientific, but it's something we can do.
Maybe we have to just get into a certain range to do a beam shot or something like that.
Yeah, that's quite a good idea. At what range can you dodge the missile? So we can charge into each other, fire at 10 miles, and see if the F-15 can dodge it. Because you can just dodge... yeah, this will do. Right. This is going to be hard to explain. An F-15, which is here, can dodge a AIM-120 being fired at it at Angels 20 at 10 miles. It can do a split S and dodge it. Can it dodge a R-77 being fired at it at Angels 20 at full speed at 10 miles? So Riddle is going to fire 1 times R-77 at 16 kilometers, which is 10 miles. As soon as Warren hits that 10 mile mark, so as soon as Riddle calls Fox-3, Warren has then going to try and dodge it. Let's see how that works. But
So Riddle's going to fire at me for at about 10 miles?
Yeah, 10 miles, and only after he's said Fox-3 can you then start to go evasive, and we'll have a look at roughly what happens. And when I say go evasive, go hard, go 9G, big pull away.
Or do you want me to give you a countdown? Because I have it in miles for me.
Yeah, you can do that.
It's so important. I'll give you a countdown then.
Make sure you don't start manoeuvring until after 10 miles, because we've got to make it scientific.
15. 13. 12. 11. And 10.
Fire and dodge. Good work. Chaff on the F-15, please.
And missile defeated.
Well done. Okay. I mean, that's what that miss... Oh, I don't know, it's not defeated yet. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, well done. I mean, there's a good...
I fired a second one.
Yeah, but there's good dodging, but that's fine. Okay, let's see what it's like close up. It should be really good at close up, I think.
Well, you hit something.
No, we didn't hit you, I don't think.
I think that was after the test, though.
That was quite impressive. That was less than a mile away. Lol. A good fight, man.
Are we not allowed to use heat seekers or something?
I don't really care. There's no scientific stuff to be happening now, so just have a laugh.
This is where the flanker has me.
Roger, he's just got that turn and that lift.
Yeah, because I'm at 200 knots. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
Unless I'm able to somehow miraculously get my nose on it.
Yeah. It's going to be over. It's just a better plane in a turn, it always will be. On a slow turn anyway. Good recovery at 15. Very good recovery. Careful, Riddle. Don't do it, Riddle. Don't you do it. I can see what you're doing.
Nope, saved it. Last second.
Jesus Christ. Mental pace.
I'm slow. Oh,
Riddle, what are you doing, Riddle? You awful man. You hideous man. Brilliant. All right, I think that would do for that today. Let's summarise what we've learned. So we're meant to be testing the R-77. We've summarised that the R-77 has less range than the AIM-120C by about 10 to 15%, depending on how you want to measure that. I mean, you can't quantify how good it was close range. I'd say it looked better than the AIM-120C, considerably better at close range. You got a kill within a mile. And don't think I've ever done that with an AIM-120C on a head target.
Considerably less damage than an AIM-120.
Yeah, a smaller warhead, we think. Yeah, because it didn't do any damage to that guy, did it?
No, it damaged his wing, but that's about it.
So we think a smaller warhead.
I believe he missed the first missile, but then he fired the second one, which I think might have hit.
Oh yeah, I see shrapnel. Yeah, I see shrapnel. Okay, well that'll do. Thanks, gents. We'll start using it in the combat, annoyingly for Gap, and see how it goes. Other than that, thanks for watching.